Welcome to the Path of Least Resistance. This is episode 7. My name is Sai, and today we're going through challenges 54 through 62 of the September 2024 monthly challenges. And we're going to start with Azir. His powers are Breakthrough Research. This is built over in Zon discount for us. Vicious Enemy, 10 Nexus Health, 1 starting mana, and 1 starting size. And Sovereign's Domination, which is Viego's power to summon an ephemeral copy of the player's strongest follower that died last round. We're going to be using Yasuo for this. We respect Azir, and because of that, we always put something strong in front of it. We'll go ahead and take this Vladimir set for the mana gem. And Steel Tempest draw champion. Actually might not have been a good idea, because Yasuo can sometimes take himself out, but hopefully he'll die before then. And for relics, Yasuo is using Yasuo's Windblade for the mana, Everfrost and Tempest Blade. If you don't have Yasuo's Windblade, use Troll King's Crown or something similar to that. Could even use a second Everfrost. And I'm honestly not sure what I'm looking for here. And we're going into Azir. His power is the Emperor's Army. The foe's sand soldiers everywhere have +2/+0. Keep Vladimir in hand. This will let us draw into Yasuo better. Play Fade Blade Twirler. Fade Blade Twirler tends to be the win condition for this deck, so having him out early just positive. I'm gonna go ahead and take this 4 damage here. Actually, I'll block the 1. We'll take, I think it's still 4 damage. We'll take 4 damage here because that'll give us an opportunity to stun Azir on the next, and I think that'll be more productive for us in reducing damage taken. Here we'll drop Crimson Disciple. And we'll go ahead and stun one of these. We can't kill our Crimson Disciple, we want the mana from it, so we'll block like that. But we don't care about this Tail of the Dragon, so I'll end up taking 13. I'd be feeling pretty good here if I had a Yasuo in hand. Or if I had Yone. I don't have either. He does have a spell that deals 4 damage to a unit, so we have to just be aware that that's a thing that can happen. And dropping Vladimir will let us remove the 2 units on the board. I was trying to figure out whether or not I should damage my own units, but if he's going to do 4 damage to them anyway, 1 extra hit point isn't going to make a difference. Here we can drop a Navori Blade Scout, hoping to draw in, and we don't, but we can go ahead and attack anyway. You have the Steel Tempest, which will, I think, forcibly draw us a Yasuo.
Now we've got the upper hand.
And he plays Inspiring Marshal. We get our Yasuo finally. We'll instantaneously drop that.
I will follow this path until the end. My kind of lessons. I do all right.
We have roughly enough damage to win here. He could use Rite of Dominance. Yeah, to reduce. I don't think there's a way we can, like, even if we use Transfusion here, I don't think we're going to get up enough damage.
My kind of lessons.
That's fine, we have complete control of the board. So we're going to take a bit of damage here.
Such a pretty thing. One suffers, another
Can transfuse Yasuo so that we can block a little bit more. And we'll go ahead and use Steel Tempest. Actually, I can block this one because it doesn't have Overwhelm. So we only end up taking 3 damage from this large attack.
No cure.
Silent as death.
And now I don't believe there's anything that Azir can do
Try to keep
that matters at all.
Some things never dull.
down from the trees. Let it flow.
And that is challenge 54. Anyway, that's the reason why we respect Azir. There's just too much he can do too fast, especially with extra mana. If, for example, he had another Dune Keeper in hand, after having like the Sandswept Tomb and the Emperor's Dais out, that would have been pretty scary to deal with. Next, we're going into Viktor. This is challenge 55. His power is Empire Above All. Round end, grant all units +2/+0 and Nature's Revenge. When the foe gains the attack token, they summon a sapling. And we're going to be using Misfortune for this. Our Misfortune is 6-star. Or has the 6-star power, rather. I don't have the mana gem on her. Which means that we should just be able to kill him before anything happens. And take Deathless on Teemo. Probably fine. And on Misfortune, we are using Shock and Awe, Big Guns, and Luden's Tempest. Viktor's power is Beyond Mere Flesh. That's evolution for him and not us. Shock and Awe with Guns Blazing, which is Misfortune's 6-star power, means that every time we attack with a 1-cost unit, we do, I think, 5 damage. And then combined with Luden's Tempest and Big Guns, that goes up a little bit more. And here we're just going to absorb this hit. We don't want to play something to just get challenged by the sapling. But we'll go ahead and play Teemo and a Crackdock Corsair here. So Viktor does have the ability to do a 1 damage ping, so we're just going to attack really quick with Teemo to take advantage of his scout.
You won't scratch me.
Just trying to help.
The ideal scenario, of course, would have been to drop Misfortune first, but if he kills one of our units before we can attack, then yeah, that's bad. We would get less damage in overall, and with the scout attack, we do get another attack anyway. It would have been nice if the Crackshot Corsair had lived. We would have won the game. Does usually drop Viktor on his 4-mana round, so I expect that to come next. Using Make It Rain while we're in the middle of combat makes it do much more damage because of the gun's blazing power. And here, basically no matter what we do, we win.
Enough for everyone. Never underestimate the power of the Scouts Code.
Alright. And we get 3 silver reliquaries. Well, probably all be Stardust. Next, we're going into challenge 56. This is Misfortune. Special rules are Power of Observation, game start, all players summon a Hextech Observatory, and Sovereign's Domination. We've been seeing that a lot. It's Viego's power. We're going to be using Kai'Sa for this. And our Kai'Sa has Chosen by the Stars, Pack Powder, and Crown Guard Inheritance. Alright, and we are... You can take the Junk Construct, it has a mana gem on it. And Nora's not bad either. She has Elusive at least. You got Champion Item Chest. Double attack on Kai'Sa is sure thing. And then we do have extra rerolls here, but we're probably not going to take anything. Deathless is interesting, and we've seen it, I think, 3 times now. Power Riff on Belveth the Elder lets us play it round 1 for 3. And then we go into Misfortune, who has Boarding Party. When the foe's units attacks, deal 1 to the player's battling units and the player's nexus. Keep Kai'Sa in hand. Keep the Voidling too, since we have Kai'Sa. Drop Nora here. Give us a nice elusive attack. Voidling has impact. I'm not sure that's what we want to spell steal off of it. So we could keep it in hand. We could also play it just to block Misfortune next round.
You've got dangerous eyes.
And it looks like we're going to be losing Nora here.
Just the eyes, you know. Keep firing till they're dead on the ground. My kind of plan.
So Misfortune is really good at playing out a bunch of cards. So I'll kill the Crackshot Corsair. But then she runs out of steam and doesn't really do anything. But the first couple of rounds can be dangerous. Not sure if Kai'Sa's gonna level up when we drop her. So we're gonna go ahead and attack first. We're not evolved yet, but I think when she drops, we probably will be. And if not, yeah, she evolved. If not, we had the Lucky Finds in hand. That would have given us the ability to put another keyword on. So we have Overwhelm and double attack here. Okay, quick attack. We already have Challenger, we don't have Fearsome. I would have preferred like plus damage, but you get what you get. Go ahead and kill Misfortune. We can't win anyway, so just reducing the board size is beneficial. Could have played Portal Palooza. I forgot that we had Hextech Observatory. That might have given us enough to finish off the game. Go ahead and do that now. And we'll supercharge Nora to keep Nora safe. Not worried about Kai'Sa, she has plenty of hit points. Actually, don't even really think our opponent can take an attack there. They decide to anyway, which is the choice. Like, just attacking with the Powder Monkey would have been honestly what I would expect the AI to do. Not sure why it decided to attack with everything. And then next round we win the game. No problem.
They'll keep retreating, and we'll keep pushing.
Challenge 57 is Swain and Zed. Special rules are Blinking Flames. All spells and skills deal 1 extra damage. That's strong on Swain, doesn't do anything for Zed. Fan favorite. Round start, give the foe's strongest unit +2/+0 and overwhelm. That's strong on both of them. Gathering Storm. This is Yasuo's power. When the enemy Yasuo's power. When the foe's unit's attack stun the player's weakest unit, and the foe draws 1 and vicious enemy. Actually, a funny thing is Gathering Storm, if you play Caitlyn into it, they kill themselves with the flash bombs, but we're going to be playing Annie here, just to stun Zed. And doesn't really matter what we take as a support. And we're going to look for something like Deathless on Annie. We don't get it. We don't want to draw one, I think. Yeah, I don't think we want to draw cards. And Zed's Power's Blade in the Darkness. Round N, if the player's Nexus tick damages round, the foe's strongest unit strikes it. This combined with the +2 and Overwhelm power will mean that we could end up taking a lot of damage. Even if he just plays an elusive that we can't block. If Zed is also on the board, we're going to have problems with the amount of damage that we're taking. And since he starts with 4 mana, he's definitely able to do that. So for example, he plays Zed here. And now he drops his Navori Blade Scout. I can't block the Navori Blade Scout because it's elusive. Also because I'm stunned. And now I'm going to take 2 damage from that, 5 damage from Zed. That also puts Zed closer to leveling up. Now that we have Annie on the board, we're basically golden. Use Death's Hand. They might have second Zed here. Yeah, so that was pretty likely. We do have a Disintegrate, but we don't have the mana to use it. We could attack with the Crimson Curator, but they'll probably just block it with Zed. Here, they're definitely going to block with the Warrior Blade Scout, but at least we'll reduce one of the units from the board. And we're going to take damage here because of the blade that we can't block. The thing that we're worried about next round is going to be Dawn and Dusk, but we did save a second Death's Hand for that in case that happens. If you have priority, you can play Guile and stun them ahead of time, or if you have a stun that you can play, I'm going to take 6 damage here. If you have stun that you can play at fast speed, you can do that, and if they're stunned, the copies will be stunned as well. Play Captive Grey back here. These have Overwhelm and this will do damage to the enemy Nexus. We'll just attack with everything, see how it goes.
I want to play a game of hide and burn!
Looking for this?
And it's just enough. We're able to kill Annie. If we do, we get Guardian Angel effect, and then we get 2 more Dreadway Chase Guns. Probably if we had left Zed alive, we would have been able to kill Annie, but that sounds like a worse plan. That's why it's good to get like Shadow Totem on her. Since she's not dying, we can consider taking Focusing Crystal and just make her big instead. But without Overwhelm, that's not actually going to do that much. We don't want to put anything on Diana because that'll just dilute our chances of drawing Annie, which would be bad. Don't really need to remove a card from our deck here, so we can go ahead and check out the spells chest. Like Noxian Fervor will let us kill Annie, so that's good. And we go into Swain, whose power is Suffer. Round start, deal 3 to all the player's damaged units. And we'll keep Diana in hand, hopefully giving us the ability to draw Annie. And we get 1 Annie. And 2 Annie. And a Noxian Fervor killer. So we go ahead and play Annie down.
I have my orders.
We have 8 cards in hand, so we can actually play a second Annie if they kill her. She just gets stunned. That's annoying. I could remove the Iron Ballista, but I'd rather just do 7 to the Nexus here. And we Guardian Angel procs the second Annie. This gives us 20 damage that we can do. Which is nice. We could have been defensive if we wanted to guile the Iron Ballista, but I honestly didn't even think about that because I wasn't concerned at all. A choice here between playing Diana, just getting her on the board, or playing Mana Soul Student and just adding to our burn damage. I think adding to our burn damage is great. Here, could have potentially blocked with Swain. They chose not to. And that attack triggered Magic Embers, so this Nexus is basically
For
dead.
the Empire.
The few for the many.
I think what I want to do is remove the Iron Ballista here. Okay, they're choosing to damage Annie. That's a choice. And we'll guile Swain. They attack with the Imperial Demolitionist. That's a bad attack. Annie doesn't quite die here. If she did, we could play a second Annie and then win the game with the Dreadway Chase Gun. But we're gonna win anyway, so it's fine. This attack will proc the Magic Embers. That'll do 5 damage. If they take any other damage, they lose. You also have Death's Hand in hand. They do decide to kill Annie there. Which I'm completely fine with.
Against the wicked.
Let's go make some more friends.
And that is challenge 57 complete. Challenge 58 is going to be Lee Sin. His powers are Butcher's Block, all units have Plunder, grant me +1/+1, and Fan Favorite. We just saw this round start give the foe's strongest unit +2, +0, and Overwhelm. Combined with Dragon's Rage, having Overwhelm is actually really strong. So if Lee Sin ever gets to level up, he'll be able to kill you probably. So we're going to go ahead and play Elise to make sure that that doesn't happen. We're using Fear Cleaving Axe, Gale Force, and Dreams of Yordles. This makes very strong Spiderlings in... I don't know that Mage Seeker's clearing spiders here. Makes very strong Spiderlings in an early round. Which means that we usually just win the game on site. And we'll go ahead and take +1/+1 and Fury there. That Fury will transfer to all of our Spiderlings as well. And we do want to mulligan for Elise. If we don't get Elise, life is harder. I think Lee Sin has Steel Tempest, but I don't think Lee Sin has a stun that he can use that isn't Steel Tempest. He might have Will of Ionia, but that costs 4.
Don't test me.
And so our first attack here is going to do 10 damage. We unfortunately did lose one of our units. So our second attack will only
From the
15.
darkness.
And Elise is going to flip back into our deck because of Gale Force, but now our Spiderlings are already powerful. We do draw another Elise. So,
Go on,
cool.
Fang. Just like I taught you. Fang's turn.
Check out these moves.
We do have a choice.
You like
Okay.
spiders?
If they were to kill that Spellslinger, it would have turned into another Spiderling, which would have actually been better. So we do have a choice next round on open attacking or playing Elise first and then attacking. I think open attacking gives us a higher potential of just closing out the game immediately. I guess there wasn't too many bad things that could have happened. Like I said, he might have Will of Ionia, that would have sent the Spiderling back to our hands. So maybe it was a better idea if we played Elise first. I'm not sure what options Lee Sin had. And that's challenge 58. For challenge 59, we are going into Swain, who has Dutiful Service. Each round, the player's first Demacia card costs 1 less to play. And Little Buddies. Round start, the foe summons a random 1-cost Poro. For this, I'm going to be using Vayne. Just taking advantage of that Demacia discount. And on our Vayne, we Death Spoil, so Vayne doesn't die when she attacks. The Beast Within for the Overwhelm, and Fear Cleaving Axe. I'm using that kind of as a replacement for Guinso's Blade. Not sure how it's pronounced. Yeah. And my idea is that every time we attack, we'll boost our spirit and just become a little bit stronger. We can take 5 max health there. And here, cost reduction on Vayne is probably fine. So is Consuming Wrath. We're going to take a lot of attacks. I'm not sure what is better even. Spell Shield might be nice, just to make sure that like nothing weird hits us.
Show them their place.
Swain's power is Suffer at around and deal 3 to the player's damaged units. We're gonna go ahead and look in here looking for Vayne. So we just have to be careful on how we block, basically. And we can drop Vayne here. We can't block, but that's fine. They apparently didn't want to attack anyway. And so when you attack with Vayne, you want to do a normal attack. And potentially I could play another unit here first to also attack with that. They can't quite drop Swain yet. And we will still have enough mana to play this tumble.
No one's the wiser.
They do your normal attack. And then you do your tumble attack. This will give you scout. And then you follow it up with your third attack. And I am happy to remove this unit here. It'll let us do 2 more damage and also keep our unit alive. Also remove one from their board, which is getting pretty large. It's not a scary board, but it is a large board.
Glory, courage, excuses for war.
Here we'll just go ahead and tumble. If we had more mana, we would use Fish Fight first to on-equip. That way on our tumble, we would have had a scout attack. This they'll probably block with Swain. No, okay, they just decided to die. That's fine too. I think we had hit a number of damage that it was unblockable at that point. And that's challenge 59. Getting close to the end. Challenge 60 is Nautilus and Swain. On flinching strength, Noxus cards cost 1 less. The first Noxus card you play costs 1 less. Vicious Enemy, which is 10 health, 1 starting mana, 1 starting size. Noxian Might 2 each round. The first unit the foe summons gets +4, +0, and Overwhelm, and calling for aid. At the start of round 7, the foe summons a random level 2 champion. We're going to be using Elise just to shut this down immediately. Might have to go 2 rounds. For our support champ, I don't know. I'm kind of torn between Lux Illuminated and Katarina. I don't like Capture and I do like Scout, so that's how I'm making that decision. And here we're looking for something. Deathless Spiderlings is probably pretty good. And we'll see what else we can find. We're too poor to buy Fury. Could get Spirit Stone on Legion Saboteur, but kinda don't think it matters. Doesn't hurt to do it, so I guess may as well. We're going into Swain, whose power is Suffer. Round end, deal 3 to the player's damaged units. We know this because we just had that happen. We could keep that Legion Saboteur. I think it's a funny first attack, but because we don't have Elise in hand, we're trying to get that. And we do draw an Elise. Now, our Legion Saboteur, the first one is free. We'll go ahead and drop that. This way we can bait out any potential pings that our opponent has. Then we'll drop Elise and attack. Potentially, Elise doesn't die there, but looks close. They do kill a Spiderling. We get it back with Deathless, but it's stunned. And we'll just attack again. They are at a nice 3 damage. I'll probably play Swain next round. Seems like the most likely thing.
Vision to see what others.
Don't have enough to use Crumble. We can use Mark of the Isles though. Or we can just Spell Slinger stun him.
The venom sure does. Get him.
And we'll go ahead and attack with our scout units, and that should be game.
You lack discipline.
That's a big Swain. You would not want to get hit by that. I think we have to take Faded here, Reckoner's Mark, to have a possibility of dying, and Radiant Plate Armor means we can't play it on round 1. And we'll go into the champion item chest, and could take Deathless. We already have it on our spider lanes, but I don't know, that's probably fine. And Nautilus, his power is All Will Drown. I think it's when any unit dies. Toss one and heal the Nexus one if they aren't deep. I think the heal the Nexus one probably works even if they are deep. Honestly, not sure. Here they play the Beasts Below. We're just going to eat 8 damage here.
The bloodshed begins.
No reason to block.
I pull the string.
And we'll drop Elise. We could get hit with Riptide. Yeah. Kind of like a worst case scenario there.
They're afraid. They should be.
This will level up Katarina. We could use Mark of the Isles to finish off the unit, but I think this is better. Next round, it looks like we're going to be taking a fair amount of damage. Or at least get sent back to our deck. The Terror of the Tides is terrible for us. Okay. So what we can do here is play Katarina. No attack. We can Blade's Edge 8 damage away, so we only take 10. And yeah, that's fine. Get attack with Katarina. I think I want to hold her for next round. I'll play a Shrieking Spinner here. Okay, they obliterate Katarina, but they ran out of mana. So we can drop Elise.
In the shadows. Skitter out from the darkness.
This is the first time I've ever been afraid of Nautilus in my whole life. It's not even deep yet. So we could use Crawling Sensation, that will give us 2 more spiders. We attack with this. Do lose the ability to play Elise on a future round, but I think overall this seems like the best possible option. And we don't quite have enough to finish our opponent off. Nautilus is scary with +4 and Overwhelm. Plays another Terror of the Tides, and we're just going to remove that from existence. Problem with Terror of the Tides is it gives you -2, which combined with the Fearsome makes it so it's harder to block. We wouldn't have had a problem in this case because our Spiderlings are large, but it is something to consider. And we get a Spiderling back, and yeah, this attack is going to be fine. Nautilus is scary enough there that I honestly might consider using a stunner if I had to do that again. Like Morgana, probably. Although we did get kind of slowed down a lot by getting stunned on our attack round. Had that happened, I probably would have had a different feeling about it. Challenge 61 is Viego, who has Savage Mysticism and Power Overwhelming. Round end grant the foes units +1/+1, and round start each player gets a mana gem. We also have Lulu as the mini boss. For this, we're going to play Volibear, mostly because I like playing Volibear. Savage Mysticism will let us get him out early, and on Volibear we are using Starforged Gauntlets. And for the +1 mana, Portal Pals. This is always cool on Volibear. You get like basically free units, and Disciple of Shadows to play Volibear a little bit faster. And for a support, I don't think I care. Let's take Vi. And for items, normally we look for like cost reduction on Volibear. Quick attack probably doesn't matter. Avalanche with sorcery is probably fine. I don't know. Just take both of those, see what happens. Lulu's power is Adorbis. Transform the player's strongest follower into a 1/1 squirrel and silence it. It actually kind of hurts on Volibear. So I didn't really think about that. But it's, I don't know, whatever. I'm not really bad. It's fine. Who can worry about things, you know? Play Onscarred Reaver here. And we'll play Invocation of Thunder. This will let us get a Sigil of the Storm. We can play a second Onscarred Reaver here. And the idea here is not to care about the Onscarred Reavers. It's that we're going to kill them. I think Lulu has another card. Yep, there it is. We'll go ahead and play our Elixir of Sorcery Avalanche. And that'll give us plenty of Sigils of the Storm for us to drop Volibear, clearing our opponent's board. Portal Pals from your regions? They could use 2 Curators, Gatekeepers on Volibear if I just do 20 damage to the Nexus. Honestly, it feels a little better. These 7-cost units kind of suck for Freljord. Drop the Ebeline Beard, which gives us a Tarkaz. Unfortunately, when we drop this Tarkaz, it's going to hit a barrier. Life's like that. And we're not able to win this round. Probably shouldn't have attacked with the squirrel. But I guess overall I'm not worried. I plan on winning the next time we get to attack.
I am Valdir! I am the doom of all!
Yeah, I think Curator's Gatekeeper is probably just better than Portal Pals.
Whoa, this
cannot overcome me.
Lulu decides to commit suicide.
Yup, that tasted purple.
Key soup? Ugh.
No more purple for you, Snoozy.
Blooded whelps.
And we finish off the game. If we can hit resolve.
Wield the storm. The snow is red from our foes.
And take spell shield on Volibear. That'll protect him in case something weird happens. Viego has
No power in
Vengeance.
this world can stop me.
Viego's power is Sovereign Domination, I think. Sovereign's Domination. Round start, the foe summons an ephemeral copy of the player's strongest follower that died last round. We'll probably give him something to copy there.
After them?
The Patrol Wardens here has Black Cleaver,
Does death follow me?
Invocation of Thunder to reduce the cost of Volibear,
We're going in.
attack,
Be still now.
this will give us 2 more sigils. And this doesn't look like it's the Galio version of Viego because it doesn't have Spell Shield,
No, my.
which means that it doesn't have Infinite Dawning Shadow.
This storm brings death. Killing light.
Drop She Who Wanders. That's a fun portal pal. This is not quite enough damage to win. Although I am a little concerned if we do anything else. It's actually just going to get worse because they're going to be able to block Volibear. Let's go ahead and attack. Leaving our opponent at a healthy 1 hit point. Drop Babbling Beard.
Trapped in the ice.
And draw Babbling Beard.
Eyes blazing bright as torches.
When all is dark and cold, I shall remain. So many tiny. You cannot overcome me.
Now that everything has it whelmed, there's nothing left to worry about.
The storm breaks all.
And that is challenge 61. And finally, for this set, we're going to go into Caitlyn. Her powers are Crafty Portals. This is a Bandle City card cost reduction for us. Vicious Enemy plus 10. Nexus health +1 starting mana and +1 starting size, and suffer rounds start deal 3 to all the player's damage units. So this is the only one I'm actually concerned about. So the obvious thing to do against Caitlyn is play Tahm Kench, but because of suffer, that's going to make it so that we take a little bit of extra damage, and that might be too much for us to heal if we get hit by like multiple flash bombs at once. So I'm a little concerned about that. I'm gonna do it anyway because I'm curious on how it's gonna work. But if I were to lose here, I wouldn't be super surprised. I mean, obviously Tahm Kench will be fine. He has regeneration, but anything else might not be. And then if we don't have a board, I think Caitlyn can kind of do a lot with that. So we got Farsight Alteration on Tahm, so we can go ahead and take these Citrus Couriers. We also, wait, did we get Farsight? Maybe I got Mana Deposit instead. Oop. I hope I draw a Tahm. I didn't.
Well, what have we here?
Now if I lose, it's my fault. I'm gonna play this Boxtopus. I'm not gonna block with it, so I can remove Caitlyn next round. Oh wait, he dies because of Suffer. Okay, well, I mean, if you play terribly, that's another way you can lose the game. So yeah, getting hit with like 3 flash bombs there is more damage than we want to take, even though we regenerate too. Because of Tahm Kench's power, it still leaves this guy a little bit lower than I would like him to be. We're gonna play Vayne here to eat Caitlyn. We can't really afford to get hit by her, and we get immediately countered. I think playing Caitlyn here is fine. We can use her to block the Patrol Warden. Or block Caitlyn, I guess would also be fine. We'll block like this. We're going to take a lot of damage here. And that's only going to exacerbate later. Alright, our Lounging Lizard is doing pretty well. So we'll just win the game like that.
When tribe calls, a reply is proper.
Old high horse Harkner.
Play Boxtopus. He should grow big enough to challenge Caitlyn. He will take a little bit of damage, but only 1. And that heal is really good for keeping our Lounging Lizard alive. I'll just go ahead and attack with everything here.
Well, what have we
And
here?
we see Caitlyn again. We do have a scout attack here. Or not a scout attack, a tumble. So this should be enough to finish the game because we don't have any elusive blockers. Okay, so this worked out. Wasn't quite as bad as I thought it was going to be. Also, I played every card wrong, so it would have even been better than that. My advice is don't play every card wrong, and Tahm Kench is fine. And that was like a particularly good round for Caitlyn, I would say. So that's it for this set. I'll finish the last set later, and then I'll also be making the weekly Nightmare Portal videos a bit later than that. Alright, thanks for watching. If you like what I'm doing, like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.